Hello everyone, welcome and namaste in my channel. This is me Ratna Thapa and I hope that you can tell me the today's lesson name because I have shown you the name of the lessons which I will teach you today, and I have shown you my channel's name also. So after watching this video, if you like, you can subscribe, comment and share with your friend. Now today I'm going to teach you about the types of computer. Now let's start. Yes, these are the different types of computer. We can classify one to another on the basis of different factors. We can classify it on the basis of size, on the basis of data, you can say it function or work also, on the basis of brand, on the basis of purpose. So on the basis of size, we can classify it into four types, and they are supercomputer, mainframe computer, mini computer, microcomputer. Like that, on the basis of data, we can classify it into three. They are analog computer, digital computer, and hybrid computer. On the basis of brand, we can classify it into two. They are IBM computer, Apple computer, along with you can say IBM compatible computer also. On the basis of purpose, we can classify it into two. They are general purpose computer and special purpose computer. Now let's see on the basis of size. We have four types of computer. Yes, on the basis of size, we have four types of computer. They are supercomputer, mainframe computer, mini computer, and microcomputer. Now let's see about the supercomputer. Now you see here this picture. This is very big. The biggest, fastest, expensive, powerful computer is this supercomputer. So which is the most powerful, largest, fastest computer? You can say that is supercomputer. So supercomputers are those computers which can perform trillion of operations per second, per second, and this is most largest, fastest, expensive, powerful computer. These are used in astronomy, automobile design, aircraft design, designing of robots, scientific researches, weather forecasting, medical researches, etc. An example of supercomputer are Cray XMP and NEC 500 are the example of supercomputer. Now, features of supercomputer, you can say it has very large storage capacity, or you can say it can store the more data than mainframe, mini and microcomputer. It contains more than one CPU for processing the data. Yes, this supercomputer contains more than one processing unit for the processing of data. It is very fast input-output capability. It is a multi-user system. So many people can work in this computer at the same time. Now it is used for the special purpose, and this computer is used for special purpose. Okay, now this is mainframe computer, the very largest one, powerful one, fastest one is supercomputer. After then this mainframe computer, its size is smaller than supercomputer, but you have to say here its size is very big. Also, when you will compare with a supercomputer, at that time only you can say it is smaller than supercomputer. Okay, so this you see here, this picture, this is the picture of mainframe computer. It has also high speed. It is also multi-user system. Many people can work here at the same time, and it can run multiple operating systems at a time. It is very fast, it is very powerful, it is very expensive also. So about mainframe computer, you can say mainframe computers are largest, powerful and general purpose computer. This mainframe computer is also called as general purpose computer. It has high storage capacity because it can store a large number of data, but comparatively it will store the data less than supercomputer. It can process a large number of data. It is expensive, it is powerful, it stores large number of data. It consists one or more processors to process the data. So this computer can use more than one processors for the calculations. It is also multi-user system. It is mainly used by the large organizations such as banks, insurance company, hospitals, government office, etc. Nepal government had brought a mainframe computer for the processing of population census data for the first time in Nepal. So mainframe computer was brought in Nepal at first. And example of mainframe computers are IBM 4381, ICL 39 series. These are the examples of mainframe computers. Now its features are, even you can say also, you can say yourself. So you see on the screen, this features of mainframe is, it is powerful computer, it is multi-user system, it has high storage capacity, it can run multiple operating systems at a time, it is very fast, it is very powerful, it is very expensive. So these are the features of mainframe computer. Now let's see. This is mini computer. You see here, this is the picture of mini computer. You can say it. This is medium sized computer. This is bigger than microcomputer and smaller than super and a mainframe computer. So mini computers are medium-sized computers. These computers are digital computers which are able to handle the less data than mainframe computer. So it has less storage capacity than super and mainframe computer. It has less storage capacity. It is slower than super and mainframe computer. And this computer can handle about 20 computer terminals at a time. These computers are used in industries, research organizations, railway networks, universities. Examples are IBM 9375, Motorola 68040 are the example of mini computer. Now features. It is fast. It has high storage capacity. You see on the screen. It is also multi-user system. Many people can work at the same time here. It is medium-sized computer and it is less expensive than mainframe computer. Now let's see. Yes, this picture is microcomputer. This is the picture of microcomputer. We are using nowadays microcomputers. So as you know very well that what is called microcomputer, isn't it? In the previous lesson also I have told you that what is called microcomputer. So once again I am going to tell you here, that is a computer that uses microprocessor as a CPU is called microcomputer. It is the smallest computer, or you can say it is smaller than supercomputer, mainframe computer, mini computer, etc. It uses single processor. It is single user computer system because one people can work at the same time, on the same time only. That's why it is called single user system. One people can work at a time. And in multi-user, many people can work at the same time. So a computer that uses microprocessor as a CPU is called microcomputer. Microcomputers are used at home, school, office, small business, banks, etc. Microcomputer is also called personal computer. Examples of microcomputers you can say Dell desktop, MacBooks, IBM computer, Apple computer, etc. Now, features of microcomputer. See, it is very simple. You can see yourself also. Okay, you see here. The features of microcomputer is it is smallest computer. See on the screen. It is cheapest computer. It is single user system. You know that why it is called as single user system. It uses microprocessor as CPU. It is fast. It has high storage capacity. So these are the features of microcomputer. Okay, now I'm going to tell you about the differences between mainframe and mini computer. So, number one, first of all, you make difference here. You can write the difference about the size. What is the size of mainframe and mini? So, size is large. Mainframe computer size is large. Mini computer size is small. Mainframe computer's speed is fast. So it is fast, processing speed is fast, it is faster than mini computer. And processing speed is slow in mini computer. Mainframe computer is expensive and mini computer is less expensive than mainframe. Mainframe computer has high storage capacity and mini computer has less storage capacity, and mainframe computer is very powerful and comparatively mini computer is less powerful than mainframe computer. Now let's see. Now, difference between mini computer and microcomputer. Here also you can compare with the size first. Mini computer size is large. It is larger than microcomputer. So, microcomputer size is very small, as you know very well. It is smaller than supercomputer, mainframe, and mini computer. Number two, processing speed is fast of mini computer and processing speed is very slow or slower than super mainframe and mini computer. Now, mini computer is expensive, microcomputer is less expensive. Now, mini computer has high storage capacity. It has more storage capacity than microcomputer, and microcomputer has less storage capacity than mini computer. Comparatively, it is here. I'm going to tell you this one. And mini computer is multi-user system, and microcomputer is single-user system. Okay, everyone, if you will like my video, you can share, you can comment, and you can subscribe. Thank you, and bye-bye.